Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Happy Valentine's Day and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Taylor Musgrove.
And I'm Anthony Landau. Let's take a look at the news.
Job hunting has always been difficult, so the Smith Career Center recently held Feedback Friday Resume Critique Day. This event allows students to have one-on-one interactions with employers who would look at the draft resume and give their own critiques on it and how to make it better for potential employers. The event went from noon to 4 p.m. that Friday with a total of 40 different employers coming in and out to help students create a professional resume. The Smith Career Center would also like to remind students that the job and internship fair will be held on February 15th. Last Friday in the Markin Family Student Recreation Center, students and teachers went head-to-head in the students versus faculty basketball game. Staff won the game with a score of 45-33. Troy Robertson has more.
This Friday marked the second annual Students versus Faculty, Staff, and Alumni basketball game. The fun, casual event was sponsored by Bradley's Office of Diversity and Inclusion. After the game, Executive Director Norris Chase shared his appreciation for the event and how it helps unite Bradley.
It's fun, it's not too serious, but most of all, we get to celebrate what Bradley is all about, which is having fun and creating an environment of inclusiveness.
Biology major Cameron Toney played on the student team last year and the staff team this year. He shared how he believes the experience is valuable on both sides.
It's a great opportunity to get to know the Bradley faculty and staff, some of the alumni here at Bradley University. You know, playing with the student team, you might not necessarily win, but it'll still be fun.
Last year, the faculty, staff, and alumni team crushed the students. This year, all parts of Bradley's community came out to cheer on their team. The much-anticipated rematch was full of highlights, but one moment stood out for the staff team.
I think when we won, when the clock strike zero and I knew we won, that was my favorite moment of the night. I was looking forward to that.
Eugene Daniels is the director of The Root, a Christian organization on campus. As a leading member of the reigning team, ironically, his favorite part of the night was when it was all over.
It's definitely the end of the game, because when you get to a certain age, getting up and down that court is a little bit more difficult each year.
Students and staff alike are welcome to join in on the fun next year when the epic showdown returns.
2 wins, undefeated. See you next year, students.
Reporting from the Markin Family Student Recreation Center, I'm Troy Robertson with BUTV News.
Markin Recreation Center is known for its state-of-the-art facilities, but there's other exciting things to do too. At Bradley Markin Recreation Center, students of Bradley and residents of Peoria can gather together so they can see how high they can go. Markin has a giant rock wall that people can climb should they feel up to the challenge. This wall requires plenty of bravery and teamwork to get over. A new tech support scam has been causing web browsers to become unresponsive. A display will come onto your screen with a warning message that prompts you to call a phone number for support. This attack is likely delivered via phishing emails and has mainly been targeting Google Chrome running on Windows. If you find you may have been the target of the attack, force quit the browser by pressing Control-Alt-Delete, then end task or call the help desk at extension 2964.
Tabletop games have a way of turning friends into family. That was the idea behind this club's game night last Friday. Last week, African Culture Club held a special meeting as a part of Black History Month. The event allowed students to learn about other cultures in a relaxed, fun environment. Board games, music, and pizza brought students together at the Garrett Cultural Center from 7 to 10 p.m. Classic African games like Mancala and American favorites like Jenga and Uno were enjoyed by all in attendance. African Culture Club meets on select Fridays at 7 p.m. in the Garrett Center. Recent studies have shown in Illinois having a shortage of teachers for the state. Bradley University Department of Teacher Education met with State Senator Chuck Weaver and representatives from Peoria Public Schools, PPS, to initiate a renewed partnership between PPS and Bradley. Due to this meeting, a two-tiered approach to hiring teachers was created. The approach includes facilitating a series of professional development, PD sessions, by PPS faculty and staff on K-12 education topics for teacher candidates that are formally advanced in their respective preparation programs and piloting a year-long clinical placement of Bradley teacher candidates to PPS for novice and student teaching. The next PD session of the Aspiring Educators Program will happen Thursday, February 15th in Bradley's Westlake Hall, room 116 from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Well, we had snow this past weekend. The weather seems to be giving us a slight break. What can we expect for this coming weekend? Joe King will have more next.
And Disney is looking to take on the other streaming services. What do they have in store? Quinnice Williams will tell us more about this and other entertainment news right after the break.
Hey, what's up? Do you want to come over and watch the debate tonight?
I don't really care what they have to say. So, no.
Well, don't you want to hear what they have to say before you vote?
Well, I'm not even registered to vote, so it doesn't matter to me.
Are you kidding me? Your vote matters now more than ever.
Is my one vote really going to make a difference? I mean, I don't even have time to register.
What? No, it's so easy to register right now. Seriously, there are some things that are a lot harder than registering to vote. Like getting out of bed in the morning. Or like cramming last minute for a midterm. Or trying to stop your latest TV binge. And, are you even listening to me?
Oh, while you were talking, I actually just registered to vote online. Turns out it's super easy.
Register to vote and find your local polling place at ova.elections.il.gov.
What should I say? Screw it. What if he doesn't see it? Will he care? It's taking too long. I need to call him. Nothing. No one.
We can all prevent suicide. Learn more at suicidepreventionlifeline.org.
So, Joe King, it's Valentine's Day and I feel some love in the air, am I right?
I hate to say it, but I think that's just the clouds for you, Anthony.
Oh.
Well, speaking of clouds, it looks like in the next couple days we're not going to see too much sun. So let's take a look at our radar and see what we got coming towards us. So, if you guys can remember, the last couple of days we did get some precipitation. Some of it was a little bit of rain. We had some freezing rain in there, but thank God it has all past us at this point. This also means that we will not see the sun for the next couple of days. A lot of that precipitation is way east of us at this point, mostly southeast of us. So now, let's see what's going around let's see what kind of weather is going around in the Midwest as we go to our temperature map. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to be in Amarillo right now. It's going to get into the 70s there. Other than that, we're not going to see too many crazy temperatures. It's going to stay in the 50s throughout most. In Des Moines right now, it's going to be in the 50s there. So for all you Hawkeyes out there, it's going to be around there. Green Bay, it's going to be again 50s, 40s, nothing too crazy, nothing too over the top. Although I will say, if you're southeast, it's going to be nice. It's going to be maybe 60s there. So depending on where you are, it's going to be pretty temperate though. So after seeing what's been going on around us, let's see what's going to be happening in Peoria the next couple of days. So we're going to hit 50 tomorrow, praying. We're going to get as low as 18 on Friday, and on Monday we're even going to get above 55. We might see some snow on Saturday, but we also might see some rain on Thursday and Monday. But other than that, you could possibly see the sun on Friday or Sunday. Don't expect anything too crazy, but it should be getting a little bit warm in the next couple of days. And now, it's time for your entertainment news with Quinnice Williams.
Netflix has acquired the thriller Extinction from Universal. The film stars Michael Pena and Lizzie Kaplan. The movie revolves around Pena's character having a nightmare of his family being in danger. Ultimately, his dream becomes reality when the planet is invaded by an alien force bent on destruction. Penna's character must fight to keep his family alive while finding the strength to protect them. Netflix plans on releasing it later this year. Disney is working on their own streaming service, in which the studio will soon bring in the film and TV departments of Fox. Excluding the news, their main focus is being exclusive enough to attract viewers to their service. So far, there's no price point yet and no feature R-rated content. Some TV titles they're working on are an animated Monster Inc. series, a Marvel live-action title, and a High School Musical show. Disney boss Bob Iger has also revealed that they are working on multiple Star Wars shows. They're hoping to get everything up and running in 2019. There was a new update on Snapchat that left users in turmoil. Back in November, Snapchat CEO Evan Spiegel said that over the years they've heard that Snapchat was either difficult to understand or hard to use. Now the app has combined the friends list along with their stories on one section while separating celebrities and public stories in another section. Snapchat says that they knew they were going to receive criticism from their users. Looks like there's no turning back.
I hate the new update.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
All my friends are like, don't download it.
So difficult. No, I wouldn't. Have you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's harder now than it's ever been.
Yeah, it's so bad. But anyway, after the break, we will speak with our guest, Kelly Morrissey, about her show, The Vagina Monologues.
All this and more after the break. Don't go away.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
On Monday, Bradley University received grant funding in the amount of $34,000. These funds were given to Bradley for the Illinois Cooperative Work Student Program, ICWS. The Illinois Board of Higher Education awarded these funds for new and expanded cooperative education and internship programs for students in areas of education, engineering, mathematics, science, business, nursing, and health and computer information. The program was created to enhance employer partnerships, reduce students having to use student loans, and encourage permanent employment of Illinois graduates for the state of Illinois. Bradley's Smith Career Center is working with several Peoria area employers to offer grant-funded internships for the spring and summer 2018 semesters. The Illinois Board of Higher Education awards these funds to support new and expanded cooperative education and internship opportunities for students in the areas of education, engineering, mathematics, science, business, nursing, health, and computer information. The program is designed to enhance employer partnerships, reduce reliance on student loans, and encourage permanent employment of Illinois graduates in Illinois. Bradley Smith Career Center administers the grant and is working with 20 different Peoria area employers to offer grant-funded internships opportunities for the spring and summer 2018 semesters, if you didn't hear it twice. Now let's check in with Taylor, who has a special guest in the studio.
Well, today we have with us Kelly Morrissey. She is a junior psychology major, and today she's going to tell us more about the vagina monologues. Welcome to the show, Kelly.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell us exactly what the vagina monologues are.
Okay, so the vagina monologues are actually interviews that were held 20 years ago, so it's turning 20 this year, and there are interviews from 6 years old, from girls that are 6 years old. There's a 72-year-old, there's a sex worker, lesbians, so it's basically just all different types of women and different types of sexual orientation and sex. So.
Okay, and then how long have you yourself been a part of this, the vagina monologues here at Bradley?
So there's a rule that once you're in it and like doing the play, you cannot do it again, and you're considered like a saggy. And then if you end up directing it, then you're involved in it for 2 years, but you're still technically considered a saggy. So this will be my second year, and I really enjoy it. I love it very much.
Okay, and then what's the overall message you want people to get from the show?
Empowerment. And it is definitely a feministic type play. It's really touching on a lot of ideas that have happened recently. They do like a different perspective piece every year. So I actually created our last perspective piece. So it's kind of touching on the whole Trump thing, but I don't want to make it totally political. So did not mention his name, so it's fine. Yeah.
And then speaking about that, because like I've seen a couple online, the vagina monologues on YouTube, and so how do you go about picking the poems that you want to do and then like who you want to present them?
We are actually sent a script every year. Okay. So it's a set script. You cannot change anything. It's free in the month of February, so then we don't have to pay for anything. It's also considered a little disrespectful if you change anything, but adding stuff to it is totally fine because they understand things are going to change. As you keep going in the future as time goes on.
And then like what has been your favorite piece so far? I know that might be hard.
Oh, yeah, no, it is really hard. So mine last year, I don't know if I can say it on air. That's okay, I'll just choose another one. There's this one that's a sex worker, and at the end she does different moans. Okay. So there's like the bisexual militant moan, the almost there moan, the college moan. Oh. Yeah, so it's really funny. And then another one that I really like is My Vagina Was My Village, which is about the women of Bosnia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That must be powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, so when and where can people catch the vagina monologues?
You can catch it February 23rd, 24th, and 25th, actually right over in the GCC, room 126. Oh. And it is 7 p.m. on the 23rd and 24th, and 2 p.m. We're going to do a matinee this year on the 25th, which is a Sunday.
Okay, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
This Thursday, over 175 employers are expected to be at the Spring Job and Internship Fair. Bradley expects over 900 students to be in attendance. The event will be held at the Renaissance Coliseum from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Students and employers can meet and discuss jobs. This event will be the largest number of employers ever at the Spring Fair. John Needy, Executive Director of the Smith Career Center at Bradley, feels that the indications are that the market is growing stronger and people are hiring. Needy will be at the event and discuss the outlook of hiring and other job-related topics. Contact Bradley's Office of Public Relations for more information.
Coming up after the break, Brett will have baseball for us, and can you believe we are already in baseball season?
Also, the men's and women's Braves played this past weekend. Brett will tell us more about that, as well as us on another record broken as Bradley students. You won't want to miss that either. Stay tuned.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things, the sun, wake the sun.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
How cute is that? It's a basketball game on Valentine's Day.
It's a lovely date option.
Isn't that
I don't know about
cute?
you guys. Go see a basketball game.
I'd rather go to Avanti's.
Oh, you saucy.
Good.
Well, this past week, guys, the men's basketball team traveled to northern Iowa and southern Illinois this week. On Wednesday night in Iowa, Bradley fell 65-74. The game was close until late in the second half when UNI used a 17-4 run to take the Braves were unable to catch up, although 3 players scored in double digits. D'Lo, usually a defensive stopper, scored a season-high 19 points. The game came down to 3-point shot, and Northern Iowa edged out the Braves by making 8 threes to Bradley's 2. On Sunday following the women's game, the men battled SIU for the first half. At the half, the score was tied 29-29, but the Salukis simply were more effective in the second stanza, shooting 64% from the field and 7-10 from three-point land. The Braves fell 57-74. If you are not watching our show right now, I hope you're going to be at the Carver Arena watching the battle of I-74 between Bradley and the rival Illinois State. It'll be a game you guys don't want to miss. But if we go on to the Braves women basketball team, they struggled this weekend on the road, but showed toughness. At Missouri State on Friday night, Bradley struggled out of the gate and were outscored 32-19 in the first half. The Braves struggled to execute in the painted area and could not shoot the usually consistent three-pointer. The Braves were able to get it going for a short time in the second half with a 12-1 run lead by forward Vanessa Markert, but were unable to get back into the game, eventually falling 74-54. The women were back in action against the Southern Illinois Salukis Sunday morning, but again struggled for the most of the game. In final frame, Bradley was able to catch up. Down 54-37 starting the fourth quarter, Bradley was able to score 8 unanswered and get within 6 points. The run was fueled by consistent freshman Gabby Hack and junior Markert making back-to-back baskets. Markert notched her first double-double this season with 21 points and 11 rebounds. Unfortunately, though, for the Braves, SIU was able to secure a win 62-53 by edging the points off turnovers game 18-7. You can catch the women in action Friday at 7 p.m., guys, against Evansville inside the Renaissance Coliseum. Moving along, if we look at the underpraised track team, they ran well again this weekend at Iowa State Classic and the GVSU meet in Michigan. And Iowa junior David Shadid broke his own school record for the 400-meter run with a time of just 48 seconds. Daniel Gagny finished third out of 46 runners in the mile race. The longer distance runners traveled to Michigan to set 9 top 10 finishes in Bradley history. The headliner on the men's side was Will Anderson, who finished the 5,000-meter race third out of 186 runners. With a personal record of under 14:24, on the women's side, Natalie Burnt obliterated her personal record by 43 seconds to finish 5,000 meters in just under 17.5 seconds. She was good enough to qualify 12th out of 123. The woman also ran well in the 800, with 3 Braves placing in the top 8.
Wow, a lot of records.
That was a lot of records, I must say. A lot of running, a lot of dribbling.
Bradley's been doing so good, though.
I know, they're moving up.
We're winners.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this year.
Okay, well, after the break, we'll give you a rundown of things happening on campus.
We will also have a musical performance you won't want to go away. Stick with us.
goodness, that was the best party of the year.
I know, right?
It's getting late. I don't want to walk home alone.
Too bad we live in two separate directions.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hey, I just wanted to call you so I don't have to walk home alone. It's so creepy out here.
I thought I heard something, like someone following me. I'm gonna call you back.
Sorry.
Here's a few things happening this weekend. An exhibition featuring sculpture by artist Donna Haypack will be on display in Hartman Center Gallery. Haypack is a sculptor who builds her forms from repeating elements. She has worked in reed, acrylic, fingernails, and wood. Zeta Phi and Phi Delta sorority will be presenting Royal Grooves and Finer Tunes. Come out and listen to some of the greatest hits from the 70s to 90s. Students are encouraged to sign up to be a part of the live performance. Put together your best outfit from either the 70s, 80s, or 90s for a chance to win the Best Costume Award. That takes place tomorrow from 7 to 9 at the Garrett Center. Lee DeWise will be performing tomorrow night at the Student Center Ballroom. Lee was the winner of the 9th season of American Idol. Had his track Blackbird Song featured on Walking Dead, and will have his new single, The Breakdown, featured in the hit show Shameless. This will be Lee's first show of the 2018 tour, and he will be releasing his new album, Paranoia, on February 16th. Show starts at 7 p.m. Well, that's it for BUTV News. I'm Anthony Landau.
I'm Bert Griffin.
I'm Quinice Williams.
I'm Joe King.
And I'm Taylor Musgrove, and tonight we're going to leave you with a special performance. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Laid in the sand, broken down, not parts of a plan. So we made a surprise.